Emma had always believed that no matter how complicated family became, there were certain moments when parents would always show up. Birthdays could be forgotten, arguments could last for months, holidays might be awkward, but if their child was lying in an ICU bed fighting for her life, surely nothing else would matter. She was wrong. It started on an ordinary Tuesday morning. Emma was driving to work after dropping her 7-year-old son at school. Rain covered the windshield and traffic crawled along the highway. As she reached an intersection, a speeding truck ignored the red light and slammed into the driver's side of her car. Everything went black when Emma opened her eyes. She heard machines beeping around her. Every breath hurt. A nurse noticed she was awake and smiled gently. "You're in the ICU, you've been through emergency surgery. You have several broken ribs, a fractured pelvis and internal injuries, but you're stable." Emma's first thought wasn't about herself. "My son, he's safe. Your neighbor picked him up from school." Tears rolled down her face. The doctor explained she would need weeks of recovery before another surgery. The nurses asked if there was someone they should call. "My parents," Emma whispered. The nurse dialed the number. No answer. She tried again. Still nothing. Then again, Emma assumed they were busy. "Please keep trying over the next several hours." The hospital called 9 different times. Every call went unanswered. Emma had no idea why later. That evening, her best friend, Sarah, rushed into the ICU. Pale and exhausted, "I came as soon as I got the message." Emma smiled weakly. "My parents." Sarah hesitated. "They're helping your sister." Emma frowned. "What do you mean?" Sarah looked away before answering. "Your sister Ashley is moving into a new apartment today." Emma blinked in disbelief. "They know I'm here," Sarah nodded slowly. "I called your mom myself. What did she say?" Sarah swallowed hard. She said Ashley had already rented the moving truck, and if they didn't help today, she'd lose the deposit. Emma stared at the ceiling. She couldn't even process the words, so they chose furniture over me. Sarah didn't answer because she didn't have to. The silence said everything. Over the next 2 days, Emma underwent another surgery. Still no visit, still no phone call. Still nothing meanwhile. Sarah took care of Emma's son, organized meals, contacted her employer, and sat beside her hospital bed every evening. Friends from work visited with flowers. Neighbors offered to help. Even Emma's former college roommate drove 4 hours just to spend an afternoon with her. The only people missing were her own parents. 3 days later, Emma finally received a text from her mother. "Hope you're feeling better. Ashley's move took longer than expected. We'll visit next week, no apology." No explanation, no. "We're so sorry," just a casual message. As if Emma had the flu instead of surviving a near-fatal accident. For the first time in her life, something inside Emma quietly broke. She stopped expecting them. Weeks later, Emma was discharged from the hospital. Walking required a cane. Simple tasks were painful. Her parents finally came to visit. Her mother hugged her lightly. "We've just been so busy," her father nodded. "You know how stressful moving can be." Emma looked at both of them. "I almost died." Neither of them responded. Instead, Ashley interrupted. "Can we not make everything dramatic?" Emma stared at her sister. "You knew I was in intensive care." Ashley shrugged. "I couldn't exactly leave movers standing around." Emma realized then that nothing she could ever say would make them understand. She simply smiled. "It's okay." Everyone relaxed, believing she had forgiven them. But Emma hadn't forgiven them. She had accepted who they really were. That single realization changed her life. Over the following months, Emma stopped chasing their approval. She no longer rearranged holidays around them. She stopped being the first person to apologize. After every disagreement, she stopped buying expensive birthday gifts for people who barely remembered hers. Instead, she focused on the people who had actually stood beside her. Sarah became family. Neighbors became family. Her co-workers became family. She learned something powerful. Blood may create relatives. Loyalty creates family. Nearly a year passed. Then everything changed again. Emma's father suffered a serious heart attack. Ashley panicked. Their mother called Emma repeatedly. For the first time in months, Emma's phone filled with missed calls. When she finally answered, her mother sounded desperate. "We need you." Emma remained calm. "I'm at my son's school. Can't someone else pick him up?" Emma remembered lying alone in the ICU. She remembered 9 unanswered calls. She remembered the moving truck. "I can't leave him." Her mother became frustrated. "This is your father," Emma answered quietly. "I know." Then she hung up. It wasn't revenge, it was perspective. For years, Emma had believed her needs always came last. Now she understood something different. Healthy families don't ask one child to sacrifice endlessly, while another is never inconvenienced. Later that evening, Emma visited the hospital after arranging childcare. Her father was recovering well. He looked at her with tears in his eyes. "I've had a lot of time to think." Emma stayed silent. "I heard about those calls." She nodded. "I never knew. The hospital tried 9 times. Emma looked surprised. "You didn't?" Her father slowly shook his head. "Your mother answered the first call while we were loading Ashley's boxes. She told me it wasn't serious and that we'd go later." Emma felt the room spin. Her mother had never told him. She had made the decision herself. When confronted, Emma's mother admitted the truth. "I didn't want to ruin Ashley's moving day." Even Ashley looked shocked. No one spoke. Emma finally understood something she had questioned her entire life. She had never been less important because she wasn't worthy. She had simply grown up in a family where one child's comfort was consistently placed above another's safety. That realization freed her. She didn't argue, she didn't yell. She simply walked away. Over time, her father apologized sincerely and worked hard to rebuild their relationship. Ashley slowly admitted she had taken their parents' attention for granted. Only Emma's mother refused to accept responsibility. Years later, Emma no longer carried anger. She carried peace. Her son grew up surrounded by people who showed up when it mattered. He learned that love isn't measured by promises, birthdays, or family titles. It's measured by who answers the phone when your world is falling apart. And whenever Emma's phone rang, no matter how busy she was, she always answered, because she knew exactly how it felt when no one else did.